Welcome to Illo Talk. I am Cory Kerr, and this is day 98 of 100 Days of Animation, where I spend a minimum of 30 minutes working on my short film and teaching myself how to animate every day for 100 days straight, and I've got 2 more days left. Pretty excited about it. Tonight, I was going for like an anime trope where somebody gets stabbed or sliced or something, and there's that kind of pause in between, like, the result of that. And so I'll show you that now during the intro music, because it's actually not that long. So cue the scene. So yeah, I've decided that I'm not going to look at the camera anymore, and I'm just going to be as relaxed as possible. Just hang out. Talk about whatever. Just kidding. I'm tired. We had a long day, and I was sitting like this, and I've got my mic on an articulated arm, and I thought, hey, I wonder if I could get the mic to reach me without me moving. And so that's what I did. And so this is the angle that you get tonight. Lucky you. Tonight is going to be one of those nights where after I'm done with the 100 days, I wouldn't record a video because I'm tired and I don't have much to say. And, yeah, I don't have a lot to show. I mean, 30 minutes, you don't get a lot done. That's one thing. Here's what I'll talk about tonight. So, typically, what I've done in the past, rather than do like 30 minutes a day every day, what I've typically done is I've usually done like 3 to 5 nights a week. Usually get about 3 or 4 nights a week, where I spend like a relatively large chunk of time, usually 3 to 5 hours. And I average about 15 to 20 hours a week on a project. And if you're looking at the time that I've spent actually working on this animation versus making the videos and doing everything else, which I've actually really enjoyed. Making the videos is cool. It's fun, but it's not the point of the project. I don't think I've been putting in 15 hours. Because, I mean, if you do, half an hour, 7 days a week, that's 3.5 hours. And a lot of times it's been a struggle to get 30 minutes in. I have, with rare exception, done that every day, but the days where I can sit down and do what I used to do and just buckle down and do, 3 to 6 hours in a row, go from 8 to midnight or 1, way more productive that way. I'm pretty excited to get back to that. And so I don't know what's best. I mean, I've definitely enjoyed this, and it's definitely pushed me in a way that I haven't done before, and there's some huge upsides to it. And I recommend, if you haven't done a daily challenge, whether it be 30 days or 100 days, do something like this. It's cool. It's really cool for a lot of reasons. One is it sets a habit. 2, if you're wanting to get into creation and get into the mode of missing creating when it's gone, something like this is awesome, right? The downsides, though, are it seems to just make things take longer, right? The upsides are I have a ton more content to share than I did before, and I feel like that's been useful. So anyway, tomorrow will be day 99, and then Monday will be day 100. And then I'll be done with my 100 days of animation. I'm planning on day 100 reviewing all the things that I thought I would get accomplished and what I actually got accomplished, and compare and contrast the differences of those things, and then kind of talk about my plans for the future. But pretty excited to get back into illustration. One thing that I found about animation, and I don't know how much of this is 100 days, and we'll have to see once I go back to my 12 to 20 hours a week rule. The nice thing about the 12 to 20 is that, if you just want to hang out for a night, you can hang out for a night. And I don't feel like if I put in 6 hours the day previous and I put in, 2 or 3 nights of that, taking a whole day like I did today and just hanging out with my kid and my wife and doing stuff all day long, like, I don't feel antsy. I don't feel like I'm not progressing my project. I don't feel like I'm not delivering something because I put in a significant number of hours. But on a daily thing, it's like, man, the whole time I'm just like, I got to get to the drawing table. I got to get to my computer and do my thing, because I'm like ticking a box rather than making a project. So I'm excited I'm excited to get to making a project. I don't regret this at all. It has been great. It has been really awesome. And I will likely do it again, though I think I would change some things. I think I am going to do 100 days again, though it kind of reminds me, I said I would never get my master's or PhD or MBA. That's just not something I've ever been interested in. And then getting my master's was super hard. Like, really, I had never found my limit, like the edge of the envelope before. I had never pushed myself so hard that I found like, oh, this is the extent of what I can do. Like, there have been times where I pulled a couple all-nighters in a row and things like that, and you start to, like, physically, you just can't go anywhere from there. But I'm talking about, like, mentally and emotionally reaching a limit. And I've done a lot of things, and I've worked really hard and gone with little sleep and whatnot. But when I did my master's, I did 2 5-credit classes every 10 weeks. In essence, I got a credit a week at a 700 and 800 level class. I did that for 14 months straight, I believe. 15 months straight. Anyway, no breaks. And what I would do is I would wake up in the morning around 8 or 9. I would go to work. I would work all day. I would come home. I would have dinner with the family, put my daughter to bed. I would go back to work. And I would do my master's until 2 or 3 in the morning, and then I would come home, crash, repeat, 7 days a week. Except on Saturday and Sunday, I'd get up on Saturday, a little bit later, like 10 or 11, work all day long, till 2 or 3 in the morning. Sunday, go to church, come home, go back to work all day. Usually Sundays would be about 10. And then I just physically couldn't do it. And then I did that 7 days a week for like 9 or 10 months straight. And that was my limit. At about month 10 of that, I broke. And I was like, it broke my spirit. Like, I couldn't find the motivation to do it. I still finished, but it became significant drudgery. Anyway, it was good, a really good experience, but it was a lot of work, and my professors pushed me really hard, and I pushed myself really hard. I learned a ton. It was worth every penny and every moment that I spent. And I'm super glad that I made the choice to spend time with my family during that time and everything so that my marriage didn't fall apart and my kid didn't forget who I was. But about a couple days after I was done, I think it took me about 14 or 15 months. Way too fast when you're working full time. I should have taken longer, but it worked out well. And I got it over with. But a couple days after that, my wife said, "So when are you going to get your PhD?" And I wanted to throw her through a wall because it was like, are you kidding me? And she was joking. But I wasn't ready for that joke. So anyway, I'm not ruling out the fact that I would do another 100 days. Because I probably will. I'll probably do something like this again. Kind of like Inktober. Inktober's rough because I do not draw quickly. And I also have a style of illustration that's fairly detailed and time consuming, and I'm still learning so much that I'm just not fast. And so to finish an illustration every day and ink drawing every day, that was rough. But I'm glad I did it, and I will do it again. So anyway, this video has no point. I'll tell you a quick story so that there's some kind of point. And then I promise that I will be putting out significantly more interesting content after the 100 days, less frequently. Once or twice a week. Quick story. During my master's, my daughter's birthday was in November. Well, her birthday is always in November, but during my master's, she said, "Dad, are you going to come to my birthday party?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to come. I'm excited." And she said, "Like, you're going to be in the house when I'm having my birthday party?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, and you'll be at the party?" "Yes, honey, I'm coming to your birthday party." "Okay, like the whole time?" "Yeah, the whole time." "Like you're going to be in the house during the birthday party working in your office? Or you're going to come to the birthday party?" I said, "Babe, I'm coming to your birthday party. And I will be there the whole time. And I will not be working." And she said, "Wow, that's amazing." And I thought, holy crap, I am a terrible person. That was probably the worst. I was like, oh, I felt so bad the whole time. Malia claims that I did okay and that I was able to spend time with Scarlett every day, but oh, that was rough as a dad. Anyway, so there's my master's degree story. Postgraduate work is hard. That's for sure. And time consuming. But worth it a lot of times. Anyway, I digress. Not really. Digress would state that I had some sort of initial purpose to talk in the first place. This is my main problem with 100 Days. I love it because I love the work and I love the progress that I've made. What I'm able to do now and how quickly I'm able to do that. All of those things, super awesome. The downside, though, is I don't have enough to show or say every day of every week for months. And so I feel like the quality of the content is a little bit diluted. You know, I often wondered as a kid growing up, like how talk show hosts on the radio would talk for 3 hours. Well, they have teams of people that are like researching and feeding them stuff. They usually have somebody to spar with verbally. Callers, you know. It's a whole different thing if you're just like, I'm going to come up with content every day while I'm actually producing stuff. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I doubt anybody's made it this far in this particular video because I haven't said anything. But I will. I guess that's the point of this, is that this has been hard, worth it, and has diluted the YouTube channel a little bit. But I will have better content that is better thought out, and I'll have finished illustrations every other week and progress on my animation every week. That's kind of where I'm at. So that's that. Anyway, you can catch my stuff at kuretake.com, and all of my social media stuff is in the bio. And feel free to dislike this video. That's cool. I don't mind. But consider subscribing and maybe watch if this is the first video that you've seen. This is probably the one and only time that I'm going to do this prone with the mic above me. So you can check out literally any other video, and I promise it'll be better. So that is that. And yeah. So I'll catch you guys later. I don't even think I'm going to do like intro or outro music on this one. This one just is what it is. Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys later. I'm out.